Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, The Curly Tech. And in today's video, we're going to be reviewing a couple new hair products that I've never tried before. So if you want to see, keep watching. Today we are going to be doing a review on Curls Unleashed. I'm really excited to try their products. I have not used them before. I got these two products from Curlbox when they were doing their boxes and bottles sale, so I'm pretty excited to try them. So today's products we're going to be using are their Color Blast Temporary Hair Makeup Wax in Bodacious Blue, and then the Texture Boosting Curl Jelly for kinky and curly hairstyles, so we'll see how that goes. I'm not a newbie when it comes to coloring my hair, but I am new to using the wax paints. I'm really excited about it because it's non-damaging to your hair, which is a main thing I'm trying to work on with my hair. But I did go natural beginning of last year. I had really long hair, not even really long. It was maybe like down to here when I straightened it. But the Georgia heat is a little unforgiving and did not tolerate me straightening my hair anymore. So I decided to cut it off. After I big chopped my hair, I told myself no more relaxers, no more of that type of stuff. But I've never done a wax before, so I'm pretty excited just to change my hair color back to some fun color that I haven't done in a while. I have had blue hair, red hair, pink hair, purple hair, silver, green, gold. I've had pretty much every hair color under the rainbow, but it's been a while since I've had blue hair, so I'm pretty excited to kind of show you guys that process. So first I'm just going to go wash my hair, come back to you with my hair wet, and we're going to style and then put the color on one side, and then we're going to put the color on and then style the other side. I just want to do a little experiment to kind of see which one turns out a little better. I've heard conflicting stories on if you should put the styler on and then the color, or if you should put the color on and then the styler. So I figured I'd just test out both of them at the same time. Hey guys, I'm back with freshly washed hair, freshly washed and detangled hair, even better. So I'm just going to do an overview of the products real quick, and then we'll jump into me applying them. First up, we have the color. So like I said, it is in the color Bodacious Blue. It is a 6-ounce jar, so you do get a lot of color, though I would say if you are heavy-handed, I would maybe do 2 jars if you have hair longer than mine. The second product I'm going to be using today is the Texture Boosting Jelly. It is just a sample package. I didn't get like a full bottle in the pack that I got. On the back it does say it's blended with aloe vera, honey, and other ingredients to help define your curls without the crunch. So today I'm just going to be using this packet in the color just to kind of see how they work with each other. Like I said, I've never tried them before, but I've heard good things. So on one side of my head we are going to be doing the styler and then the color, and on this side of my head we're going to be doing the color and then the styler. I just want to do an experiment to kind of see if one side holds the color a little bit better than the other, whether you do the color first or the styler first. It does also say with the color to wear gloves. I like to live life on the edge, so I'm not going to wear gloves, but if you don't want to have your hands stained, then I do highly suggest wearing gloves with this. Alright guys, so I do have freshly washed and detangled hair. I am just going to be sectioning my hair in half here, so I'm just going to split it down the middle. And we'll start with the side where we're going to be doing the styler and then the color. I am going to make sure my hair is not necessarily soaking wet, but more on the damp side here. This does have a very like punch type of smell, if that makes sense. It just smells like Kool-Aid. So coming out, it does look like this, if you can see it. More of like a jelly, obviously, type of texture. So I'm just going to run a little bit of that through my hair first. Honestly, probably a little bit more than that. I really hope I have enough to finish my whole head. And actually, instead of doing it like I normally do, where I'll section, put the product on, section, put the product on, I'm just going to put the product on the whole side of my head and then go through with the color, just to kind of help speed up the process. Alright guys, so I did just rake all that product through my hair. I am going to start back at the bottom here and start applying the color. Alright, so like I said, if you do want to protect your hands, please wear gloves. I'm not sure what the staining is going to be like on this. Okay, so it kind of smells like deodorant. Like Degree or something. So it does kind of smell like men's deodorant. Kind of show you the consistency here. It is kind of thick when you first kind of tuck into it, but it definitely does kind of thin out a little bit. So we're just going to apply this all over, pretty much. Just gonna do little scoops at first. I don't want to be too heavy-handed. Just gonna lightly rake it. Sorry guys, I know my chair is really squeaky. I am working on getting a different one. Alrighty. So it is already really blue, and you can see my hands here. I'm gonna look like a Smurf when I'm done. And I am raking it through and then scrunching it up. So raking it through, scrunching it up here. And I will zoom you guys in while I go through the rest of my hair. Alright guys, so I did just finish this side of my hair, so I am just going to go through this side, and I'm going to put the color on first, and then I'm going to go through and put the styler in.
But if this brings you just a little closer to those men who are going into the hottest spots, I hope that it will help you to do a better job.
Alrighty guys, so this is just with the color in, and honestly, it's just the color, no styler. It has defined my hair pretty well. I'm digging it. Obviously, I have major Smurf hands, so hopefully this comes out. So I'm just gonna rub a little bit more color through here. Okay. So I'll go ahead and take this side down. Try not to get blue everywhere. So as you can see a little bit, I did get a little messy. And I do have it on my forehead a little bit here. And a little bit on this side as well. And it is down here on my neck where my hair is rubbing. So if you're not wanting to turn yourself completely blue, then I do suggest wearing a old t-shirt or using an old towel as well. I probably will go ahead and just diffuse this so it dries a little quicker, just so I'm not transferring blue all over my house. So I am going to just go diffuse this really quickly, wash my hands, clean myself up, and I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm back. Hey guys, so I'm back to kind of give you my final thoughts on what I think about the hair color and the product, and kind of show you guys obviously what it looks like. Now, this is day 2. I didn't really have time to film yesterday, but my hair pretty much looks exactly the way it did yesterday, or when I first saw it. That night I went to sleep, I put a bonnet on my hair, and then I woke up the next morning and just spritzed it with some water and took a pick and kind of picked out my hair. So this is kind of like the final result here. Obviously you can tell right here the color didn't take too well. I am going to have to redo that. Up here it's a little darker versus my ends are obviously lighter just because my hair is darker towards the root and lighter at the ends. There are a couple spots, and I'll show you that the color really took to, like it's clumped up in that area. So that's more so like in the roots of my hair and on the sides here. So I'll show you that so you can kind of see how that clumped right there, a little bit right there around the edges. And I think you can kind of see some hair throughout my roots. So you can kind of hide that a little bit by fluffing, obviously. First thoughts were my hair was very crunchy in the morning, so I don't know if it was due to the color or if it was due to the product I used. I'm not 100% sure. Even now my hair is still very hard in certain spots, mostly like back here. So I don't know if I just did too much color or too much product. Something I'm gonna have to kind of play with next time and just kind of see which one. I know I split, this side was, I believe, the color and then product, and this one was product and then color. I didn't really notice anything different, I mean, besides right here where the color didn't take too well. I wouldn't suggest one over the other. They're both sides were equally like crunchy. So, I mean, maybe this side a little bit more. But I like the color, I like the blue, it's a nice blue. It did transfer a lot, so if you're sleeping at night, I would definitely recommend wrapping your hair, putting in a bonnet, and wearing gloves when you're doing it. I don't know if you can see, my hands are a little blue, especially like my nails. It was a lot worse yesterday, but it does wash off. So I definitely recommend wearing gloves if you are not wanting to get your hands blue. I'll show you how much color I used out of the bottle here. Like I said, it's 6 ounces. I definitely thought I was going to use a lot more, but I didn't. I used maybe about half of the bottle, or container, I guess. So I didn't really use as much as I thought, which is very surprising. I usually like my colors to be a little bit more vivid. So I think next time if I try to use it again, I might try to use a little bit more color, maybe with a little less product. It did define my hair well, but I wouldn't say it gave me a lot of volume, which I wasn't expecting, but I was pleasantly surprised about the amount of definition I got, which was very nice. I'll do a 360 real quick just so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. Alright, so overall, I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of it, but I think there's some things I could maybe do better next time. Whether it be styling, maybe doing less product, or more color and less styler, I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna mess around with it. I'll do another video maybe later on down the road with a different color just to kind of see what my thoughts are. I do want to compare that paint wax or hair paint wax to another brand that I've been seeing a lot of online. I might try to give that a try as well and kind of compare the two. If you guys have ever used any hair color paint wax, definitely feel free to leave comments down below and let me know, so we can kind of compare to see if you guys are having the same issues or if it's just me. Alright guys, that's all I have for today's video. I will catch you next week.